Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Target Nursing. So friends, I'm here again with a new video, and the lecture on today will be on fetal membranes. Okay, so today we are going to study about the fetal membranes. In previous lecture we have seen about the amniotic fluid, and now we are going to see fetal membranes. Okay, so before starting the lecture, just to like, subscribe and share the video. Okay, so now we are going to start today's lecture, which is fetal membrane. Okay, so first, what is fetal membranes? Okay, the fetal membranes are the membrane. One second. The fetal membranes are the membrane associated with the developing fetus. Okay, the fetal membranes are the membranes. These are the membrane associated with the developing fetus. Okay, and the two chorioamniotic membrane. Why it is called chorioamniotic? Because there are two membranes, two fetal membranes, mainly two fetal membranes, and what they are? They are amnion and chorion. Okay, so it is chorioamniotic membranes. Okay, the are the amnion and the chorion. The two chorioamniotic membranes are the amnion and the chorion. These two are the main fetal membranes, amnion and chorion. Amnion and chorion. Okay, and which makes up the amniotic sac, and these two makes amniotic sac, and this amniotic sac will consist of amniotic fluid, and it will protect the fetus. Okay, and that surrounds and protect the fetus. Okay, the other fetal membranes are allantois and secondary umbilical vessels. Allantois and secondary umbilical vessels are the other fetal membranes. Okay, but the main are amnion and chorion. Okay, these are others, but main जो है वो amnion and chorion है. Okay, so the fetal membranes are the membranes associated with the developing fetus. The two chorioamniotic membranes are the amnion and chorion, which makes up the amniotic sac, and this amniotic sac, it surround the fetus and protect the fetus. And the other fetal membranes are allantois and secondary umbilical vessels. Okay, and the structure of the fetal membranes, how these structure will made up. The fetal membrane surrounds the developing embryo. Okay, this fetal membranes will surround the developing embryo because it will form a amniotic sac. Okay, these membranes will form an amniotic sac inside the fetus is. Okay, it's inside which the fetus is surviving, and this amniotic sac is made up of fetal membrane, which is amnion and chorion. Okay, so it will surround the developing embryo and form a fetal maternal interference. What is fetal maternal interference? The fetal maternal interference has both maternal, like by the name we can see that it will consist of both maternal or fetus component. Okay, the fetal component consists of placenta. Okay, here I am going to write it. So what fetal maternal interface, sorry. Okay, this is made up of fetal and maternal component. Okay, so the fetal component क्या होते हैं इसमें? fetal components कौन से होते हैं? इसमें होता है placenta and extraplacental membrane. Extraplacental membranes. Whereas in maternal component, इंक्लूड द डेसिडुलाइज्ड एंडोमेट्रियम, ठीक है, यहाँ पर लिख देती हूँ, जो मैटरनल कंपोनेंट होते हैं फिटल मेटल इंटरफेस में, मेटल कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं हमारे डेसिडाइज्ड एंडोमेट्रियम and circulating maternal blood. Okay, so the fetal membrane surrounds the developing embryo and forms a fetal maternal interface. And what is fetal maternal interface? It consists both the component of fetus and mother. In fetus, it will be consist of placenta and extraplacental membrane, and from the maternal component, it will consist of decidualized endometrium and maternal blood. Okay. And the fetal membranes are derived from outer trophoblast layer. Okay, so at the time of fetal development, we have seen after the fertilization, we have seen the development of embryo. That time, we have seen the trophoblast. Okay, trophoblast is the layer of blastocyst. So these fetal membranes are derived from the trophoblast layer from the implanting blastocyst. The trophoblast layer are differentiated into amnion and chorion, and this the trophoblast is the layer of blastocyst, and it will derive, and these membranes are derived from the blastocyst, ठीक है, and this blastocyst differentiate into amnion and chorion, which then comprise the fetal membrane. The amnion is the innermost layer, ठीक है, the amnion is innermost layer, therefore contacts with the amniotic fluid, fetus and umbilical cord, ठीक है. So the amnion is innermost layer, so obviously it will be attached with, or it has contact with amniotic fluid, fetus and umbilical cord, ठीक है. And the internal pressure of the amniotic fluid cause the amnion to be passively attached to the chorion. What happens that there is amnion is the innermost layer, inner fetal membrane. Okay, so it is directly in contact with amniotic fluid, fetus and umbilical cord. What happens when the the amniotic fluid will exert a pressure on the amnion, and it will be passively attached to the chorion. Okay, the chorion function to separate the amnion from the maternal decidua and the uterus. The main function of chorion is to separate the amnion, okay, to separate the amnion from the maternal decidua and the uterus. Okay, this is about the structures of fetal membranes, which is amnion and chorion. Okay, so this is a structure. Here you can see this is amniotic cavity, this is fetus. Okay, this is fetus, you can see here, and this is the amniotic cavity here. Okay, amniotic cavity, and the inner layer will be amnion. Okay, as we have seen here, the amnion is the innermost layer. This is the chorionic cavity, and the chorion is the outer layer. Okay, here you can see it. Chorion is the outer layer. Okay, the function of chorion is to separate the maternal decidua, and the uterus from the the amnion. Okay, the maternal uterine tissues are here, and this is yolk sac, and this is allantois. Yolk sac means the umbilical vesicles. Okay, allantois is this, and this is yolk sac, and this is amniotic cavity, this is fetus. Here we can see the amnion, the chorion cavity, chorion. Okay, this is the structure of fetal membrane with the fetus. Okay, now the definition of the fetal membranes. Fetal membranes are the membranes associated with the developing fetus. It consists of two layers, chorion and amnion. As I've told you, amnion is inner layer and chorion is outer layer. Okay, now we are going to see the chorion, which is outermost layer. Chorion is formed by trophoblast, as I've told you, plus extra embryonic mesoderm. Okay, so what is extra embryonic mesoderm? An extraembryonic membrane is one of the membrane which assist in the development of embryo. Okay, this extraembryonic mesoderm is assist in the development of embryo. ठीक है, such membrane occur in the range of animals from human to insects. They originate from the embryo but not considered as a part of it. ठीक है, these are originate from the embryo but it is not considered as a part of it. Okay, and they typically performs the role in nutrition, gas exchange and wastage removal from the fetus. ठीक है, helps in nutrition, provide the nutrition to the fetus, helps in gas exchange and waste removal. So about the chorion. Chorion is made up of formed by trophoblast and extraembryonic mesoderm and it is the outermost membrane. ठीक है, it is the outermost membrane. It is in contact with the uterine wall. Chorion is the outer layer, so it is in contact with the chorion is the outer layer. It is in contact with the uterine layer wall. ठीक है, it is attached to the margin of the placenta and this chorion is attached to the margin of the placenta. It is thicker than amnion. ठीक है, it is thicker than amnion and shaggy on the both sides. ठीक है, and it will be shaggy on the both side and what happens, it is thicker than amnion. ठीक है, it is thicker than amnion. It will be shaggy on both sides. Shaggy means covered with a long, thick or untidy hairs. ठीक है, like there is some untidiness there and there will be some hair-like structures present out in the amnion and it will be thicker than chorion. ठीक है, internally it is attached to the amnion. ठीक है, internally it is attached with amnion. Okay, and this chorion layer will be thicker than amnion and internally it is attached with the amnion because amnion is the innermost layer and it is directly in contact with the amniotic fluid. Okay, so internally it is attached with the amnion and externally it lies the decidua vera during pregnancy. Okay, it produces enzyme that can reduce प्रोजेस्टेरॉन लेवल. ठीक है, इट प्रोड्यूस एंजाइम्स. ठीक है, ये कुछ एंजाइम्स प्रोड्यूस करेगा जिससे प्रोजेस्टेरॉन का जो लेवल है वो रिड्यूस हो जाएगा एंड ऑल्सो प्रोड्यूस करेगा प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स. ठीक है, इट विल ऑल्सो प्रोड्यूस द प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स, ऑक्सीटोसिन विच स्टिमुलेट्स द यूटेराइन कैविटी एंड दिस कोरियन इज ऑल्सो हेल्प इन द फॉर्मेशन इन द इंडक्शन ऑफ लेबर. मीन्स इट विल ये किस में हेल्प करेंगे, यूटेराइन कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस को इनिशिएट करने में भी हेल्प करेंगे बिकॉज इसमें ये क्या करता है, कुछ एंजाइम प्रोड्यूस करता है that can reduce progesterone level and produce prostaglandins which stimulates the contractions. Oxytocin also stimulate the contraction, so it will release or produce prostaglandin and oxytocin which stimulates the uterine activity. Okay, so this is about the chorion. Now we are going to see the structure of chorion. So the definition, you know that chorion is the name given by the trophoblast after the formation of extra-embryonic mesoderm. It's the inner surface and chorion is composed of syncytotrophoblast and cytotrophoblast. ठीक है, the trophoblast has two layers, it's cytotrophoblast and syncytotrophoblast. ठीक है, and extra-embryonic mesoderm is inner layer. So here you can see this is chorion. This is chorion. Chorion is the outermost layer and has three structures: extraembryonic mesoderm, cytotrophoblast and syncytotrophoblast, composed of these three layers. ठीक है, and this is amnion. Amnion is the inner layer. ठीक है, this is syncytotrophoblast. This is primary yolk sac. This is about the chorion. Now we are going to see the amnion. Amniotic membrane is made up of amniotic epithelium. Okay, so amniotic epithelium and extraembryonic mesoderm. So amniotic epithelium is a form of stem cell. ठीक है, amniotic epithelium is a form of stem cells extracted from the lining of the inner membranes of the placenta. क्या है, जो amniotic epithelium है वो एक फॉर्म है हमारे स्टेम सेल्स का that is extracted from the, कहाँ से लिया जाता है, फ्रॉम द लाइनिंग ऑफ द इनर मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ द प्लेसेंटा. ठीक है, जो इनर मेम्ब्रेन होती है प्लेसेंटा की वहां से इसे एक्सट्रैक्ट किया जाता है, इसे एमनियोटिक एपिथेलियम कहते हैं। और जो हमारा एमनियन होता है वो किस एमनियोटिक लेयर जो होती है हमारी, ये एमनियन लेयर जो होती है वो एमनियोटिक एपिथेलियम और एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मेसोडर्म से मिलकर बनी होती है। जो कोरियन था वो ट्रोफोब्लास्ट प्लस एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मेसोडर्म से मिलकर बना था, ठीक है। And here amnion is made up of amniotic epithelium and extraembryonic mesoderm, and it is inner membrane. As I've told you earlier, it is transparent grayish membrane which with lines the chorion. It covers the fetal surface of the placenta, ठीक है। It covers the fetal surface of the placenta because it is the innermost layer, ठीक है, and it is directly contact with the fetus and the amniotic fluid and the umbilical cord, ठीक है। It covers the fetal surface of the placenta and the umbilical cord, and internal surface of the amnion is smooth and shiny. Okay, and it is contact with the liquor amni, which is amniotic fluid. It produces amniotic fluid in small quantity. Okay, this amnion will produce amniotic fluid in small quantity, as well as it will also produce the prostaglandin E2, which plays an important role in initiation of labor. That means that these both layers, these fetal membranes, amnion and chorion, both helps in the production of prostaglandins and oxytocin, which helps in the initiation of labor or the contraction. Okay, so this is about the amnion. Okay, this is the structure of amnion. Here you can see, here amnion is the innermost layer and chorion is the outermost layer. This is fetus here. Okay, this is umbilical vessels, amnion, amniotic sac and chorionic cavity. Okay, and amniotic fluid, as I told you in earlier class, that amniotic fluid is produced from amniotic cell, infusion of fluid from the maternal blood, urine output from the fetus, pulmonary secretion, and these amniotic fluid out from where it will goes out is absorbed by the amniotic cell and fetus will swallow it. Okay, this amniotic fluid. Okay, now the function of these two layers, as I've told you, the main function is to initiate the labor because they are producing prostaglandins and oxytocin and which helps in the initiation of labor. Okay, so first the function is contribute to the formation of liquor amni. These layers or these fetal membranes contribute in the formation of liquor amni, means the amniotic fluid. Okay, amniotic fluid. Intact membrane prevent the ascending uterine infection, and these intact membrane will help in prevents the uterine infection and facilitate the dilatation of cervix during labor. And dilation of cervix during labor कैसे facilitate करेंगे? By the initiation of contraction. And how they will begin contraction? Because they will produce prostaglandins and oxytocin. Okay, this is the function of these two layers. Okay, now the other membranes are allantois, and we have seen the umbilical vesicles. Okay, so the what is allantois? Allantois is one of the four main membranes that surround an embryo. As I've told you, there are four membranes that surround the embryo, which is amnion, chorion, allantois, and umbilical vessels. So the allantois is one of the four main membranes that surround an embryo. Okay, it is found near the posterior of the embryo. Where it is found? In the posterior of the embryo, near the posterior of the embryo, since that's where its development begin. And this allantois will found only at the posterior of the embryo. जहां से इसका डेवलपमेंट बिगिन होगा ये वहीं पर फाइंड आउट होगा. कहां पर को पोस्टीरियर ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो पे फाइंड आउट होगा. ठीक है, इट लाइज बिटवीन टू अदर एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मेम्ब्रेन. ठीक है, as I told you about the extra-embryonic membrane, so it lies, the allantois lies between the two extra-embryonic membrane, that is amnion and the innermost layer, and which covers the protected embryo and the chorion. Okay, it lies in between. Okay, the extra-embryonic membrane, which is amnion and chorion. So allantois we are going to see here. We have seen here. Where is allantois? This is allantois. Okay, so it will lie in between the chorion and amnion. ठीक है, chorion and amnion. And uh, then the umbilical vesicles, which is what is umbilical vesicles? This is the fourth and last structure of the umbilical vessel. Fourth and last structure of the membrane is umbilical vessel. Together, these four membranes protect the embryo. Okay, this chorion, amnion, allantois, umbilical vesicles. What they do? They protect the embryo and prevent its drying out. They are also responsible for control the gas exchange. Okay. This will control the gas exchange and for providing the nutrient for the developing embryo. What they will do? First, the function of amnion chorion was, we have seen that it will contribute in the formation of liquor, amni, intake the membrane, prevent the uterine infections, and helps in dilatation of cervix, and helps in the initiation of labor by producing prostaglandin and oxytocin. But these allantois and umbilical vesicles, what they will do? They will control the gas exchange, provide the nutrients to the developing embryo. Okay. Now you are going to see the presence of chorion, allantois, yolk sac, which is umbilical vesicles, and amnion leads to identification of an organism as amniote. Okay. Here below the structure marked with the letter A. A. Here you can see A. A is embryo, while B, this is B. B represent yolk sac, means umbilical vesicle, and C represent allantois. Allantois present between the chorion and amnion. And D, where is D? D represents the amnion. Amnion is the innermost layer, and E represents the chorion. Chorion is the innermost layer. Sorry, the outermost layer. Okay. So E is chorion. This is amnion. This is yolk sac. Sorry, this is allantois between chorion and amnion, and B is yolk sac, and this is fetus or embryo. This is embryo. Okay. As can we see, the amnion is found very close to the embryo. Here we can see this is D is amnion, and it is very close to the embryo, and the chorion surrounds all the other membranes as well as the embryo. This is chorion, outermost layer. Under this, इसके अंदर सारी layers आ रही है हमारी allantois, umbilical vessels और embryo और amnion. ठीक है, chorion इन सबको surround कर रहा है, and the yolk sac and allantois forms pouches that are connected to the embryo. ठीक है, and the yolk sac here, the B represents the yolk sac and the C represents the allantois. Okay. And the yolk sac and allantois form pouches that are connected to the embryo. You can see this is embryo and the B is connected. B means, B represents what? Yolk sac, and this is allantois. Okay, and it will connect it to the embryo. Okay, so we have seen today about the fetal membranes. So first we have seen about the types of fetal membranes. There are four kind of fetal membranes. What they are? They are amnion, chorion, and allantois and umbilical vessels. And then we have seen the structure of it, and then we have seen the definition and chorion. Okay, chorion, amnion, and then we have seen the function of these two layers, and then we have seen about the allantois and umbilical vessels, and we have seen the structure of allantois and yolk sac or umbilical vessels. Okay, so this is all for today. Hope you all understood what I have teach to you. So thank you. In next lecture we are going to see about the fetal circulation. We are going to study the fetal circulation in next video, and don't forget to give the feedback of this video in comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. Thank you.